When I'm working with real estate agents and brokers, I'm often asked what's the simplest Facebook ad type to create to promote a real estate listing. The single image or single video ad is the simplest one to set up. And in this video, I'm going to show you the exact steps I take when I create ad campaigns for my clients to promote their real estate listings. We're talking everything from the campaign level, the ad set level, the ad level, all of the settings, everything that I go through. I'm going to cover it in this video. Let's get into it right now. Hey, if you're new here, my name is Lowell Brown. I run a digital marketing agency in Toronto called Going Social, and I work with a lot of different small business owners, especially real estate agents and brokers, showing them the best digital marketing solutions for all of their marketing needs. And in this video, we're going to talk about Facebook and Instagram ads for real estate agents. And specifically, we're talking about setting up a single image or single video ad. So let's get into that right now. I'm going to show you all of the exact steps that I take when I'm working with my clients, all of the settings for the campaign, all of the settings on the actual ad, how to target it, everything. Let's get into it right now. Okay, so we're here in Facebook Ads Manager. This is a dummy ad account I have. So not much in here right now, but that's okay. I'm going to show you the steps I go through from start to finish, how to create an ad campaign for a property listing. So the first thing you want to do, assuming that you've got all of your stuff set up and ready to go, is to click this button right here, create. I've created a Facebook and Instagram ads course teaching you as a real estate agent or broker how to set up a perfect Facebook and Instagram ad campaign. A number of campaigns, really. I'm covering everything from getting your account started, getting everything set up in your ad account so that you can start advertising. We talk about setting up the Facebook pixel, which is now the data set. I cover 4 of my top ad types to set up, and I cover metrics in terms of how to understand if things are working or not. Now, this course is just being launched. Click the link below for more information, and you can find out everything you need about it. But let's get back into our video right now, and I'm going to show you how to set up a single image ad. Click on Create. And what you're going to see here is the first window that pops up is going to ask you what type of account do you want to create. Now, when I'm talking about a single image or video ad, there's usually a couple ways that I go about this. And again, I don't want to point to doing one thing only, because when I'm doing different ad campaigns for my clients, I'm always testing different things. So I'm going to quickly explain the 3 common choices I would make here. And this is overall, what's the goal of the campaign? What do we want to achieve out of this? So awareness is usually something I avoid. That's kind of just if you're trying to, if you've got a lot of money to spend, first of all, if you're like a big brand, but if you just are interested in people seeing your ad, that's what awareness is. I don't really use that often, to be honest with you. Traffic is usually the one that I go through for this. A traffic style ad, the point of it, the goal of it is that this ad that we're producing on Facebook and Instagram is going to lead somebody off of the platform to a website. It's going to go to, let's say, a landing page for that property listing where you want to maybe collect a lead there or just get people to check out the listing. So that's a traffic style ad. And this is the most common one that I actually choose in this choice selection here. Engagement is another one that I test from time to time. The point of an engagement ad is to get engagement on the ad itself. We're not concerned as much with the goal of driving traffic to a website. What we really want to achieve here is getting someone to like, comment, share, or send us a message. That's engagement. And sometimes I will do this for clients if we're just getting started, if we want to build some buzz, if we want to get some momentum, if we want to collect information about the people who are engaging with us on the platform, then sometimes I will try this. And again, we're testing things always. We're always trying different things just to see what produces better results. The next one that I might try is a lead form ad. Now, in my Facebook and Instagram course, I talk all about leads and how to create those lead gen ad types. So if you're interested in that, definitely comment below or click the link below in the description of this video to learn more about my Facebook and Instagram ad course. But the leads, the point here is that you're trying to get a lead. And again, this is one of the probably the second most popular type that I use for a real estate agent, because that's what you're looking for. You're looking for a lead to buy or sell a home, right? So we will try this as one of those ad types, and things are always changing within the Facebook platform. So sometimes, and recently, that's been getting actually pretty good results when long ago, a year or two ago, it used to be that you needed a certain amount of leads for the system to kind of target things best. So again, always testing this kind of thing, but we're going to go for this example, we're going to go with traffic, just so that I can go through the process with that to explain things to you. Now you might get this second pop-up that shows. Sometimes people get it, sometimes they don't. Now in this case, what Facebook is trying to do, and they're doing this more and more lately, is they just want to let the algorithm and let AI try to show you everything and do everything for you to get the best results. This again is something that I'm still getting more comfortable with. I see more and more people that are going this route just to keep things simple, and because the AI on the platform has been getting better. But I like to go with manual setup, and I'm going to show you that in this example also because I want to show you all the different settings that you could choose if you wanted to. Now, I am still testing on and off, letting the system do its own thing, but I am still more comfortable going with a custom option here. So let's choose manual and we'll continue. Now we're at our campaign setup process here. The first thing you want to do is name your campaign, and I will usually just type in a name. So let's just say the property is 123 Forest Lane. That's like my go-to default description. The other thing is this special interest category, special ad category. Because you are a real estate agent, because you are promoting real estate listings, you must tick this off. If you don't do that and you run ads, you run the risk of Facebook either flagging your ads and stopping the ads, or actually shutting down your entire campaign. I've dealt with a lot of things with clients who have had their accounts shut down or have had ad campaigns disabled and they don't know why. Sometimes it's an easy fix. Sometimes it's a little more complicated. So do yourself a favor. Always put in housing, just flag it, and continue on. The next thing you need to set is a country. So I'm located in Toronto, Canada. So I'm choosing Canada in this example. If you're in the States, you would write the States or anywhere else you are in the world. And then from here, you can leave it. Now, again, this is that Advantage campaign budget is one of those, again, automatic things that you can turn on. If you want to let Facebook play with your budget, and let's say you've got more than one ad set and you want to let it choose where to throw the money, you would choose this. Again, I usually like to control this kind of thing myself. So we're going to leave these settings off and just go to the next option here. So this is at the ad set level. So sometimes I only create one ad set, and that's what I'm going to actually in this example, I'm going to split things up between Facebook and Instagram separately, but you might only do one ad campaign. The reason why you might want to do, one ad set. The reason why you might want to do more than one ad set, just as I said as an example, if I wanted to split up ads and the settings and be able to control or see the results separately between Facebook and Instagram, I would set up a different ad set for each of those. If I was targeting let's say I'm targeting different areas, either geographic areas. Let's say I want to do one ad in Toronto and one ad, let's say in Vancouver, BC. Well, I might do one campaign for that, but I want to do different ad sets so that I can see the results based on the different audiences. So that's why you sometimes want to set up different ad sets. In this example, let's just go with this listing Facebook, just as an example, and then I'll show you an easy way to duplicate things after. Now, the next thing that comes up here is conversion, and that's what's the action that we want people to take on the ad. Do we want to drive them to a website? That's what we're going to choose here. Do we have an app? No. Rarely do I have a real estate agent with an app that they want to drive traffic to. Messaging apps sometimes. So if you're more interested in getting a direct message to Facebook Messenger, then you can choose that. Or if you wanted to drive someone to an Instagram profile, I don't always do that because just driving someone to a profile does, that might be good if you want to build up your Instagram following a little bit, but I rarely find that super effective for an ad. And calls you can also try, but in most cases, my clients are interested in just driving traffic to their website or to the website of the property listing. So we're going to choose that in this. And then what I want you to also take a look at is this section under here, which is performance goal. And there's a number of options if you choose the drop-down menu here. So this is essentially saying, hey, we know you've set up the traffic ad type, and we know you want to drive traffic to a website, but how do you want to, what do you want the goal to be here? Do you want to maximize the number of landing page views? So are you more concerned with people going to the landing page and actually looking at the landing page? Are you mostly concerned with just getting clicks on the ad? Or there's these other options down here as well. Are you interested in daily unique reach, or maximizing the number of conversions, or maximizing the number of impressions? I usually will do one of these two here. And again, it's about testing for results. So usually if I've got a client that is just starting with Facebook and Instagram advertising, if their account hasn't built up a lot of data about the audience and the ads that they're running, I will start with clicks. Why? Because we just want people to get action on the ad. We want them to click. We're not as, interested yet in zoning them down to the making sure that they're the type of person who's going to go on a landing page and scroll down and read the landing page and all that. Again, I test these things, but in most cases, when I'm just starting out, I'm interested in the clicks. So let's go with that for this example. Okay. And then if you scroll down here, we can choose our budget. So let's just say we're going to start with $10 a day. Oops, that was 100, but let's start with 10 here. You got to make sure that you enter things in right, and always make sure that Facebook does complete them correctly, because you don't want to spend $100 a day. Start time. So we're going to leave that there. I like to set an end time for my ad campaigns. I just never like to let them, run and in case I forget about them. So we're going to set this just for about a month and a half. Again, you got to watch your Facebook ad to see how it's performing. Sometimes I'll run a campaign and we can keep it running for a little while. Sometimes after 2 weeks, it starts to decline in performance for any number of reasons. And you have to be able to regularly check your ad and check the performance of your ad to understand if it's working or not. But that's one of the reasons why I never set an ad up without an end date and just let it go and go and go, because there's always something changing on the platform, and you've got to make sure that your ad is performing to the best of its ability at all times. Because we chose a special interest category, we don't have the opportunity to change a lot of things in here. The one thing I usually do change is just the location. So right now it's focusing on all of Canada because I set that up as that I'm located in Canada. But because I'm more of a local, let's say it's for a local real estate agent here in Toronto, I'm going to want to focus on that area. Now I could focus on a smaller city if I wanted to. Or I could stay wide. Again, every real estate agent, you will know what your area of service is or where you want to focus. I've had some clients where they're focusing on, cottage country, which is up in Barrie up here. So we'll do smaller, targeting up there. And sometimes I have clients that are kind of targeting all along different areas. So you can add more than one area if you wanted here. So I could add another area. Now this is going to Ontario. So this is going to fall under, the area I'm already in, but I just want to show you that you can select more than one spot. See, I've got 2 dots here now. So you can select more than one area to target and adjust the size of that area by clicking here and then just making it bigger or smaller as you need to. And that will see, now you can see there's 2 circles and they're all wide on that map there. Again, because we chose the special interest category of housing, it doesn't allow you to change the age range here, which is fine because what I found is that the Facebook algorithm does a really good job of targeting the right people. Once you run a couple ad campaigns, it really starts to learn a lot about the audience, about who you're targeting, about what you're doing, and it can really nail it down. I had a client who was targeting an more senior audience of retirees. Even though we couldn't focus on the age, just by letting Facebook do its thing, we were targeting people 55 and up. And that was the majority of people that our ads were hitting. And it just, because the campaigns that we were running over time, Facebook learned that's who we want to target. And it was partially from the ad copy in our ad, partially from a number of different ways, but it did a good job. So trust it. It should work for you. Placements. Now, again, this is one of those things where if we chose Advantage Plus placements here, which is what's selected right now, what we're doing is we're saying, hey, Facebook, you do your thing. Choose where our ad should be shown. And there's a number of different placements. I am going to deselect this here because I want to show you those placements and I want a little more customization. So sometimes, again, I will let Facebook do its thing and see if it does achieve good results. But I'm getting more comfortable with this. This is kind of the strategy that Facebook has been improving on and pushing people to do. Just let Facebook's algorithm do its thing. I still like to sometimes choose what I want to do, and I'll give you a couple of reasons why. The first thing is Audience Network. Audience Network is actually not on the Facebook platform. Audience Network is a number of sites, sometimes apps, games, things like that, where they might feed Facebook ads. Because people aren't on the platform, I don't always want to target people. And very rarely do I choose the Audience Network actually when I'm advertising. So unless I'm testing this, Advantage Plus placements, I'll very rarely choose Audience Network. So if that's the only thing you do, hey, great. Because what I found, especially for real estate listings, is that you're not going to get so much activity from that placement. So why spend money on an audience? It's not going to work for you. Next in here is Messenger. So I have some clients who they're not checking Facebook or Instagram mailbox that quickly or that often even. So sometimes, and I've had clients that specifically have said to me, hey, I don't want people messaging me. I'd rather they go to my website or call me directly. So if you don't want Messenger, again, this is how you can deselect that by coming in here. As we mentioned, we're doing two different placements here or campaigns. So I'm going to deselect Instagram just so that this campaign is only on, or this ad set is only on Facebook. So that's how I can ensure that by selecting that I only want that Facebook placement. Now, if you scroll down here and you click these little chevrons to drop down, you will see that now we have all of these options in terms of where is our ad going to actually show. And there's these are the different placements that we can have. If I didn't have an ad graphic that was sized correctly for stories, I might want to deselect stories and reels. So I'm actually just going to deselect all of those in this example. In-stream videos or ads. If my ad isn't a video, I'm not going to show a video placement, an image in a video placement. So again, I might want to just deselect that. And yes, I'm limiting the number of places where my ad is going to show. I'm showing it to fewer placements, but I'd rather have my ad show in the placements that my ad is going to look the best and where I think I'm going to get the best results than to have my ad showing in these other places and possibly spending money when I'm really not going to get great results. So again, that's why I go through these fine-tuned details in terms of how to target those ads. Search results. Very rarely are people, actually using the search here to find what I'm doing. So I don't find that's a great spot for real estate agents. So let's just say we're going to go mostly with the feed, marketplace, right side column, and that's where my ad is going to show. So now that that's done, what we need to do is go to the ad level. Now, another common question that I get asked a lot is how many actual ads do we have to create, and is one enough? I usually recommend creating 3 to 5 different ads. The reason is because this way you give the algorithm, I may choose this one image and think that that's the best image that's going to get the best results. Until you actually test things, you won't know what's going to work. By creating more than one ad, you have the ability to use different images or use a different headline and let the algorithm show your ad. It's almost like it's doing this A/B testing for you, where it's going to selectively choose the ads and show them to an audience in an initial testing period. Once it finds the one or two ads that are performing best, it's going to start to feed those ads the most. And this, again, is a way of just letting the algorithm do its thing and work its magic and try to get the best results for you. So we're going to create, let's say, 4 ads here. So this one, I'm just going to choose ad 1. And again, just name the ads differently as you see fit so that you can get the best results that you want. I'm just going to select my own business page here. I'm not actually going to run these ads, but when you come down, you do need to make sure that you choose the right Facebook page. I've had some clients where they have more than one business page, even for their real estate business. You want to make sure that your ad is showing for the right Facebook page. It always has to have a Facebook page and or Instagram account selected. So you do want to choose that right here. And then here is where you can choose the format, whether you want a single image or single video, whether you want a carousel. Now, hey, I just wanted to jump out here for a second. I'm showing you the ad options here. And you could see that the first option was single image or carousel. I'm going to be producing another video showing you how to create a carousel ad type. If you are interested in that, comment below and write carousel. If you want to see that video, post the comment below and I will send you a link to that video once it's published. Again, comment below carousel and I will let you know when I create the Facebook ad showing how to produce a carousel ad type. And that's where you can show more than one image in a carousel. It's really, really great if you just want to show different pictures of a single listing, or if you've got more than one property listing and you want to promote more than one listing with one ad. That's what the carousel ad is for. Let's get back into screen sharing mode now, and I will show you the rest of how to set up the single image ad type. Here we're choosing that we're going to manually upload that image, and we are choosing single image or single video. And now we get down to the media. We've got to actually add the image. So I'm going to click add image. The process is the same whether you're doing a video or an image. In this example, I am going to find an image here on my computer. Actually, I'm going to upload a couple images here so that we can create, and I'm just going to show you the same kind of thing where you can select more than one image and upload more than one image if you wanted to at a time. And that way, when we create the different ads, those are all uploaded and ready to go. All right, so we've got 4 different images here. Choose next. So we've selected the one image. It's going to show us the different placements. Now, if I had stories also as an option, remember I deselected that, but if I had stories, then there would be another tall image that would show. In this case, I find that sometimes with real estate listings, I'll actually do those differently because I want to adjust the creative specifically for those tall story placements. So just in this example, we'll go with these 2 options. And then the next screen that comes up is Facebook has a number of these automated optimizations for your ad where they can add things like changing the aspect ratio, adding, template text, adding music to your ad, things like that. So I tend to not love these. I usually turn them all off. The only thing that I might turn on is an image filter. If there's an image that's maybe not great, this can automatically, improve the brightness and contrast. But usually in terms of changing the aspect ratio or things like that, I've usually designed the image. Sometimes I'll use Canva to edit the image and add, if I wanted to put my Realtors logo on it or their photo, I'll use Canva and I'll create those images ready. So I don't want to let Facebook adjust it anymore. So commonly I won't always go with these options here. I just find that Facebook doesn't always do a great job and I don't really trust it to do a great job. And then the next thing you got to do is add your headline and the primary text. So the primary text, usually you can just use your MLS description. I'm just going to take a dummy sample one that I've got here from an old client. And this isn't actually even this listing. And what I might do is, and remember on your ad, when you look at the ad, the first 2 to 3 lines are what's going to come up initially. And then you see the see more, where someone has to click to actually enlarge that ad. You want to make sure that the first things that you highlight here are the most important stuff about the home. What I might do is also include, sometimes I recommend to realtors that they put in the price as well. And you can see that it's now coming up there. And then you've got the description. So we've got a description that's there. And let's just write for a headline, let's just write something like, you want to capture someone's attention. So I might do, the address. I might do something like that. And again, you can add a couple options here. I usually do 1 or 2. I don't do, multiples, like it says up to 5. I usually try 1 or 2. Very rarely do I do 3, and I'll leave it because I'm generally not spending a ton of money on these ads where it's going to reach a huge audience and that you've got enough data that's going to collect to allow all these variations to be tested. But I might do something here creative, like, just something that's going to create some intrigue. So I'll put a couple different headlines there. And then sometimes this description doesn't show on every ad type, but you'll see it here, how it's going to show. It should show. Yep, there we go. So it'll show right below the headline. It flip-flopped between it here, but you'll see it's showing social media agency because it's using my other ad account. But in some placements, it will not show it at all. In other placements, it will show this description. So I usually, just put something there, a little quick 1 line, something short. And then in terms of a call to action, the one that I find works best is learn more. You could, choose things like contact us. Usually contact us or learn more are the 2 that I will use, but I find learn more is the best option. And then traffic, where do you want, because we chose traffic as the option, we have to choose a website address. So I'm just going to write in my own website here. But if my client had a specific, website for their listing, we would put that URL right in there. And then next thing we want to do, you could do a call button if you wanted to include that, or a phone call button as well. I like to leave it as website and not adding a call button to that. But again, test it. It might work for you, and that's fine to do as well. The last thing that you will do under under tracking here is add your website event, which is your pixel. On this particular ad account, I don't have that set up because this is my dummy testing account, but you would see, just like you see app events here as a checkbox, you'll see your website event. You would click that, and then you would make sure that you've chosen the correct Facebook data set, which was the new name for a Facebook pixel. You want to make sure that you have the right one selected, and then you are good to go. Always select that. I just mentioned Facebook data set, and that's the new Facebook pixel name. If you have not set that up for yourself, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I created a video showing you how to set up a data set, how to set up the Facebook pixel. If you want to learn all about that, click the link above right here, and I'll take you right to that video, or you can check the link below in the description and learn how to set up that Facebook data set so that you can add it to your campaign like I should have on this one, but this is my dummy account. So let's get back into the screen demo mode, and I'll finish setting up this ad campaign. The last thing we need to do, we've got a little warning message here, and it says locations can't be used. Some of your locations overlap. Okay, so that's just giving me a warning back here because we're overlapping. And this is a new thing. I didn't used to get these types of errors before where there were locations that were overlapping, but let's just remove this and see if that goes away. And there we go. The warning has gone away. Let's go back here. And that's what these little icons here, it's important that I wanted to show you that, because when you see these, little error messages, they will pop up and tell you that there's a problem. And again, just like right now, this is actually a bug because I fixed the problem. It shouldn't be showing that, but it still is. So hopefully that goes away. Everything is set up here. What I'm going to do now, I mentioned that I usually create 3 to 4 different ads. So what you can do is click on this little 3 dots here, and then you'll find a drop-down menu opens. You want to select duplicate, and in the same original campaign, and I'm going to choose 3 here because I want to choose 3 additional ads. And what you're going to see is it's going to pop them up for me here. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I'm going to go into this one. And the only thing I'm going to change here is the image, because we've already selected and created the copy. Now, sometimes when I'm creating ads, I might choose to either change, the headlines just to test them in a different ad, or I might do a long version and a short version of this, the description. So it's up to you what you want to test. In this example, what I'm going to do is just remove the image here. If I had a video, I could go and upload a video as well. I'm just going to choose one of those other images that I uploaded here. So we're going to do one of this one. That's going to be our second image. And again, this is how fast it can be to set up multiple ads here. I'll just click this one on like I did before. Click done. We are good to go. And then I'll come down for ad 3, and I'll do the same to ad 3 and 4. So again, this is just takes a little bit of extra time. 3, and come down here, delete the photo, go back, add image, select a different image, next. You can see that once you've done it a couple times, it can be pretty fast to just whip through this stuff. Image, done. And then we're going to do it one more time. And what I'm going to do with this one is I'm actually going to change the copy as well. Just again, you don't have to do this kind of thing, but just going to show you as an example for this video. So we're going to come in, delete, add a new image, choose the other image, next. So the point here is that we've got, one campaign, and what we're doing is we've got different images because I don't know what image is going to hook with my audience. When they're browsing in their feeds on Facebook and Instagram, it could be, the image of the outside of the house that connects with them. It might be the image of the living room that connects with someone and gets that interest. It might be the kitchen or the other living room. So that's why I've selected, a bunch of different images. Those are the top images that I think work best with this, ad. And I'm just going to see, try these out as ads. Facebook will feed all of these out. And over time, they're going to see which one produces the most clicks. Then they're going to continue showing that one more than the others. So it doesn't hurt for you to put in, 3 to 5 different ads, let Facebook do its thing and see what works best. And again, I will sometimes do that with the description as well. So let's just say I wanted to just delete the rest of this, keep it nice and short. And I might also include, which I didn't in the other ones, but this was just an example. I'll also, might say something like, call me for more info, and include my number, 416-555-5555, right? So it doesn't hurt to add a call to action when you're creating your ad. And then I could go back and add that call to action to the other ads as well. But you'll see that I just shorten things up in this ad. And now I'm just going to add call to action, and that's it. So that's how easy it is to create a single image Facebook ad campaign to promote your property listing on Facebook. And because I mentioned that this is a Facebook only campaign, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this entire ad set. So I'm going to show you that in a second. And what we're going to do is we're going to change it so that that one is all about Instagram. We'll see that that other error message went away. So sometimes, just doing a slight change to the ad will recycle it and make it reload to some extent. And that got rid of that error message that was on ad 1. But oftentimes, if you read that message, those error messages will tell you there's something wrong with the ad campaign and what specifically to fix. To duplicate the ad set, which is containing all of the ads as well, same process, click those 3 dots, choose duplicate. I only want 1 copy, same thing, and it's going to do it. This saves you a ton of time rather than having to create another 4 ads and another campaign. It's nice and easy, done for you. So this, we're going to say Instagram. And the thing that I need to change here is just the placement. So I'm going to leave that open. Everything else stays the same. The only difference is I'm adding Instagram and removing Facebook. So things are moving a little slow on my browser here, but so now you can see in this campaign, we have deselected Facebook. We've got Instagram. But again, what I might do is just remove those story placements if I wanted to. And I think in the last one, Reels I want to take out as well because I don't have that placement selected. And I'm going to take out search. So really also in Instagram, you have fewer placements. I have some clients as well where what we will do is do a smaller budget on Instagram than we would on Facebook. I have some clients where we're doing and getting better activity on Instagram than on Facebook. So again, you got to kind of test these things out and know what works best for you. But in most cases, what I find is that Facebook needs a bigger budget and works a little bit better than Instagram. And it can depend on the size of the following you have on each platform. Now you're going to notice there's also some icons here. And the reason is because you now have to select each ad and also add in where before we added our Facebook page, we now have to select an Instagram account so that it knows where to feed our ad. So again, I'm just going to go one by one, select my Instagram account. And then you'll see that little warning message went away as soon as I selected my account. And just as a second warning, if you did have more than one Instagram account, that's also why you want to make sure that you're selecting the correct one. Don't just go by the default, which sometimes it will auto select an account for you. And that's it. Now we're done. We have set up our Facebook ad campaign, which is a single image traffic ad. We created our campaign. We created our ad set. Then we added our ads. Then we duplicated the ad set so that we could have one on Facebook and one on Instagram. And the other benefit of splitting them up is that I can control the budget. So I can say, hey, I want to spend less on Facebook than on Instagram. If I had grouped these together in one ad set, I wouldn't be able to do that. So sometimes that's one of the reasons why I will split them up, but sometimes I just let them go. I just let Facebook algorithm do its thing and it'll choose how much to spend on Facebook or Instagram, and it does a pretty good job. So it's really, these are the kinds of things that you have to test. And then when you're done, you can click publish and it'll try to load that for you. You can also click close. And if you click close, what it's going to do is it's again warning you, hey, do you want to publish this or are you sure you want to close? It's going to leave it in a draft state. So you'll see that everything here says it's in draft. Right now I'm at the ad level. So these tabs, it's campaign, ad set, ad level. Again, if I went back to the campaign level, you'll see that that campaign is here. It says in draft. If I chose review and publish, it's going to give me a warning here because I don't have an ad payment set up. So I actually can't launch this campaign. So if you didn't, it'll just, again, this step is going to ask you, what's your country? What currency do you want your ad campaign billing in? What's your time zone? And then it's going to ask me now for my payment information. I'm not going to set this up right now. This is a dummy account, as I mentioned. So what you would do once that's done, again, you just click review and publish. A second screen will come up. It'll just show you these are the ads that you're loading. It'll give you another button that's going to be labeled green to say publish. And then that will upload these ad campaigns and they will start to run. And it's as simple as that. So that's it. In this video, we covered how to set up a single image ad type. The process is the same if you went with single video. Instead of choosing an image, you would just choose a video and upload it the same way I did in this example. But that's it. It was that simple and easy. We set up a campaign from start to finish, the campaign level, all the things you need to set up, creating an ad set and all the things you need to set up there in terms of targeting and in terms of budget, things like that. And then I showed you how to set up the multiple ads for each ad set. And we broke up 2 ad sets, one for Facebook and one for Instagram. Again, you don't always have to do this. It's up to you, but I wanted to show you the process so that in case you do want to do it, you know how to do it and how to save a little time doing it as well. And once again, I wanted to remind you, I'm going to be producing another video showing you how to set up a carousel Facebook and Instagram ad. A carousel ad is one where there's multiple images or video in the ad, where it's almost like one of those ad types that you can scroll through to see multiple images. These are really great for if you want to show multiple images of a listing. So here, what we did in this example, we showed separate ads with separate images. But if I wanted to show all of those images, up to 10 images or 10 images and video, you can do a combo of both or multiple videos. I could do that in a carousel ad. And I find that's really, really effective for also helping to promote property listings. So if you do want to see that video, leave a comment below, let me know. Type the word carousel ad or just carousel, and I will forward you that link as soon as it comes out. Once again, my name is Lowell Brown from Going Social, where we take the complicated out of digital and social media marketing. Be sure to like and subscribe below so you get notified the next time I produce a video, and I'll see you soon.